If it's designed like that, I guess to plant in the smoke. I thought I was going for spawn. I assume that's the way it's supposed to go. As you can see, CD spawn is a bit of an issue now. It's going to be Zantares kicking things off, this time with a nice headshot.
They've pushed off jungle, which is the fastest place in which you can deny that plant from. Mid-site smoke is actually not uncommon. It's old school almost at this point for the pistol, but you can run it in so quickly in a direct line of sight from A main to the smoke and not get caught off. So long as no one's inside a shadow or inside of the sandwich position, you pretty much get a free plant. That's exactly how it transpired. Unfortunately, they could not hold the site itself as Gobby takes out Shocks. It will be big
around him. Shocks have no utility. Big with a much better start this time. 0 for them. Oh my god, Matt, have you ever seen anything like it? He's killed his teammate at the very start of the round, and they've lost another kill in the process. That couldn't have actually gone any worse for them if you'd have tried.
Wow. Team kills were the name of the game last week on day one. There was like an incredible amount of team kills on day one last time. This time, we've got one. Jack's gonna check out the window room vents, Molotov to limit anyone from working back in from jungle. They don't want anyone in that position sooner than required. Ooh, doesn't quite Gobby get the angle. And Kenny's got the shot on Tapson. They just wanted to have self-preservation with that single Molotov in case anyone were close enough to catch them off in the middle of the boost. Now they rush in. This is more like it. A plan and an approach, but overlooking the fact that Tizian's still inside of the site. It's over 3 seconds left at this point. Kenny just needs to stay alive. He's left himself very open at this point. Gets Tizian hoping the wall's enough, but I don't think he spotted Gobby trying to hide.
To find a victory. Body naded up. I'll send a smoke towards the window. That allows Zantares to have a retreat. A reposition or hold there. Kenny S now finding kills as he opens things up towards A. That's actually Tabson going down, his rival sniper.
Gobby's still just waiting for that gap to open up. Next again from Catwalk.
Not the same play.
Dinked, he's crouched down. They're aware of where he is this time. At least good entrance from Kenny. But Tizian on the rotation this time will hold off from CT. 2 more for him. He's left alone, however. They got Next down. They covered off. Oh my god, they nearly lined up. In fact, they got it.
This is actually sort of magical. I'm not sure they'll be aware of this. If Next can now shift into a player baiting him in, it could be enough. Needed 2 out of that. It was a really nicely established setup, but he only gets 1.5. But will they check the classic Tizian spot? They will. And Next goes down with nothing. This is looking much better for G2.
Low HP body somehow gets by Zantares. Still sits with those 4 kills that he had in round 3. It's gone a little quiet, and this round seemingly quiet for Big as well. Gobby just gonna hold off on the extremities because they want to, at this point, amputate the exits, cut off all the limbs, make sure nobody gets out. Gobby does take down Kenny. He doesn't have a whole lot of money. The AWP will may not know this, and that smoke's dissipating. I have a feeling Tabson's gonna be sitting wide open at this point. Op in hand. They've got no idea Body's position. He takes Gobby instead. Now they know. He may have been better off not to take that shot, because depending on Zantares' movement, he might have been able to sneak out and take the op as well. Nonetheless, it comes down to Tizian next and Zantares left alive as Kenny pulls 1 back, but then gets immediately taken out. Zantares seems to get 2 kills in every round he gets 1. Next closes out on Jax. I think that's his 6th. That's got to be at least like it's over 240. Like, it's a long jump. You'd have to be pretty good at your jumps to do that. Shocks, Zantares, I don't know, maybe someone tweet us and let us know. I've never even considered it, so I don't know if it is or not. That's like the one situation you could. Smoke at the top of Horseshoe, you could see above it. That's like the only time that's... I suppose T-side, maybe you could use it maybe to exploit Cat as well at some point. That would be interesting.
That's if you can get up there. I have no idea. I assume you can.
I assume you... Well, but you'd see people boosting there more commonly if you could, right?
Yeah, that's what I think. That's I
don't think you can. That seems odd. The thing is, I'm not doubting because it's Gobby. Nonetheless, Next back in. Bomb's already down. Body follows with 2. And it's G2 with a 2-man advantage. Make it 1 more because Jax finds Tabson toward the window. It's just Tizian. Shouldn't say just. He's had an excellent game. This time it's not going to stand true as Lucky gets the... Quite clearly not even there anymore. They'll throw a Molotov instead. Lucky would have called that it missed because he was coming out from the underpass. That's why they didn't peek. So no harm, no foul, I suppose. Certainly without anyone inside of the window, but it did slow their approach down just a little bit to be sure of that. And Zantares still occupies inside a jungle. Ladder position as well for Nex. He didn't play Catwalk. We know how good he is when he plays there. That's why they've smoked it off. Zantares still kills out Lucky, and Nex holds. He holds everything at this point as well because I don't think Zontara spotted him, but next, okay, he does turn around and check it at least.
4-on-2, Shocks, Kenny. Not really much left between them. The AWP is up though, so there's always a threat. This duo, on paper, should be able to pull this round off. We'll see what they're capable of. 10 seconds remaining, and that might be it. Kenny absolutely taken down. That's more like it from Zantares. It might be a B-side attack, and he would be right in thinking that. They've got 2 players at B. That's going to be Tizian and Nex, but the HP player's gone down. Nex not looking as strong towards B as he did previously. Tizian, though, top fragging so far. 16 kills to his name. He knows Kenny's nearby, and he's hitting shots now. Final round up to God B. The old master making his way through the B apartments. He has got a kit, but only an HE. As we'll have to walk at about this point, nade the van and hope for the best tip. It's not looking good for him, though. Spotted now.
Absolutely was. They've already got the eyes on him with the op. Kenny switches over. Good movement from him. Your point is on Zara,
I assume, and that's going to be relatively successful, but he has to get off the position and now try and defend. This is a huge pistol round. Neither of these teams looking too convincing right now, but that's much better from Tapson. My goodness, they're going to shut it all down, but Shoxy still alive and kicking. He gets a third. He actually takes the bomber down as well. Can he buy enough time here? This is the return. If he can find the 4th kill, it won't happen. At least he's in a viable situation for Jax.
What a round from Shocks. It's on Torres. If you're going to give him a kill, that's the one to find because it might just save the round. He had so much positioning. He gets the assist on Jax as well, and it's now 10-6 in favor of Big.
Sneaky like Tizian is. But it's going to be Kenny on the silence and 4 here. And doing a good job. Takes down Zantares. They've got the advantage.
Corner wall, perfectly used for that situation. Bouncing out the flashes. Unfortunately, they were avoided in both cases as Tabson easily was able to hear them and look away. Gets the kill in return. They haven't checked Firebox. They will now because Lucky's made noise. Dink on Nex, 1 HP.
No time either.
He'll get away with the gun at the very... Potentially toward B. I thought it was going to be a little bit quicker that taps him around on the corner, but they're certainly ready for him. Lucky able to take him down from the top of the ladder. Massive amount of defensive utility used as well on the B apartment, so Zontara's back over toward Connector instead. They certainly know he's there, and they've locked him in. The more they bait out shots, the more position they can get on him as well, and that's what they're trying to do. Once again, Zontara's the one left to open up the site, open up the map. You can see how fast his aim is. He's been known for crosshair placement, being very quick. Every time we did a 1-on-1, back in Bucharest or the 2-on-2, he was one to watch because he's just so crisp in duels, but he's got to find the space to do that. As Gobby opens up space for him, Kenny runs back by. Now we're seeing Zontaras come off as he finds both Kenny and Jax from the window. 4 seconds left, bomb's not planted though, so round's done. That won't be enough, and it's going to be G2 picking up way to CT. Not bad. Trajectory does give something away if it's carefully noted. Kenny that time looked a little bit distracted, but now that he's smoked off, Gobby's going to work it in through Connector. He's got so much to worry about though because Jax already takes down Zontares. He's got to swing out hard against Shocks, and then if he does that, Kenny can still peek from CT. Or Shocks can just walk into him. That certainly helps. One of the information, they still have the man advantage, but it wasn't really required from Shocks' position. Jax on top of the site, though, holds off, makes sure he catches out Gob. And he's still holding inside with an AUG. It's not done yet, you know.
Maybe not quite. 30 seconds, though. Kenny S holding spawn. Not wanting to give much away. He's only got 30 points of health here. They still have an incendiary on Lucky as well. As the plant comes in, that'll be the cue for him to strike, and it's perfectly done. You couldn't really ask for more from Kenny in that position. Jumps up, denies the plant, taps in now. Even he gets the bomb down, I'll be impressed. As he has been tagged by Kenny. He'll try and bait out a CT here, and at this point you're just baiting out your own death because they're surrounding you. Might be as well. Kenny S sitting in the flames right now, but just on the precipice of them. I have no idea, but he's really in trouble here. That shot had to connect. That's a Kenny S special right there. There's Shoxy. He might be able to deliver the magic. That's more like it. Kenny S does not deny the plant, but certainly puts them in good stead for the round after losing the initial pick. They haven't given away much at all. Tabson, though, capable of winning these, even with low HP, but maybe not when that's happening. It looks like G2 saved the day.
Really had to commit to that, didn't he? That'll work. Okay, falls back, gets Kenny instead, and he's been red hot. Tabson on catwalk. Big with a round, perhaps? They've got 31 on Tizian, but they've got a 2-man advantage.
Well, Shock's still alive. Anything can and will happen. Hasn't been his biggest game in terms of numbers, but he's always a threat. Will any mistakes be made here? Tabson, this is a risky move, but he seems to be aware of the possibilities. Takes down Shoxy, nice work. Lucky and Body. Surely don't have anything to say about this. Tizian controls the B side of the map, confirms at least still there. That should be the cue to go. They know there can be a maximum of one play on the A side now. It's actually 0.
Body jumping off the cinders to get information and timing it with the flashes. Gonna go with Kenny, so it's worked out. His purchase so far, he's got 2 plus the assist. Gompy got the others back, but there's guns available and the bomb is down inside of middle. They've got to be careful because they've given up B. Tizian can wrap in behind. He's gone quiet, by the way, Tizian. Excellent first half. Haven't seen as much from him since then, but next, on the other side, Krieg versus Og.
Oh my goodness. Next could actually do a lot of damage here. Body's looked away at the wrong time as well, but Next is going to throw a Molotov in his position. Shoxy can back him up. Oh, he's done for. He's burning. Tizian takes him down. That's a really nice play from Big. That communication to get those Molotovs down and leave him with nothing. They spotted him in CPL. Double Molotov the room and the exit as well. So that's really well played, but still need to recover the bomb now and still find 2 kills. Next confirms underpass is clear at least.
Lucky's just waiting. Information for sure. They made so much noise. Shocks. It's a one-on-one. Tizian hit Lucky. They pulled this back. And Next wants the fight, but Shocks is going to win it. It's 14 rounds for the French.
No, he bounced it off the wall.
Oh, it was the bounce. Okay, my mistake.
Towards Palace.
Still pretty sick that it gets there. Jax is now able to very comfortably look toward jungle. That allows Shocks to do the same. Jax drops down. G2, 16-13.